Welcome to the show where the real ones ride. From the Browns to the block, we bring that pride. No cap, no spin, just talk that hits. From downtown lights to the Lake Erie grid. Yeah. Steam rises high off the Cuyahoga flame. In the city of work, we don't play no games. Skyline whispers stories of hustle and grind. Cleveland's heartbeat never falls behind. It's 216, where the voices collide. Holding it down like a tide won't subside. No fluff, just fire. This truth takes flight. Let's get to the facts, yeah, starting tonight.
Welcome to Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I am your host, Doss. I am here with my man, AG. He's sitting in for Coach Schott because Coach Schott had a family engagement he had to tend to. So, we'll see you back next week, Coach. What's up, AG?
Nothing, baby. Just staying above water. That's it. That's it.
We got AG on, but he got his picture on. We having some technical difficulties with his camera and stuff. But what's most important is y'all hear his voice, and that's all that matters. So before we get into it all, do you see that? Do you see that, AG?
I see it, baby. It's shining bright.
I want to make sure everybody saw that my boys are the Super Bowl champs. That's what I'm talking about. I need y'all to show my love for my squad, man, because, my boys did it. Everybody was shitting on them. Everybody was not giving them a chance to win. So you already know it's going down today. I'm ready for all the haters today. But before we get into that, man, we got to tap into the sponsors. So, Let's Get to the Facts podcast is sponsored by No More Struggling Entertainment. It's also sponsored by the Original Bonus and Opium Clothing Line. So, all right, man. So you said you just surviving? You just surviving? Head above water? Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. Every day I'm singing that Good Time song. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about now.
Most definitely. Yeah. All right, man. So as we already know, the biggest game of the year took place yesterday. And we, as you even see, I even got the background in like blue and gold, like blue and green color, because I need y'all to understand, man, that my Seahawks is the Super Bowl champs. That's what I'm talking about. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it all, and a lot of people didn't like it because I don't want to call them simple, but some of us that have played this game understand that to a simple person, it was a boring game. But us with the knowledge of the game, the knowledge of the game, you've seen the intricate parts that were happening, and very, very proud of the Patriots. Their defense was hanging. They was scoping them out quite well.
I'll say Gonzalez was hanging because Gonzalez kept them in some stuff. Their defense, they couldn't. Kenneth Walker almost had 100 yards in the first quarter.
No, I'm talking about all in all. Their defense held, for the most part, they held themselves up. I mean, right. They weren't the Seahawks, but they held themselves up, and you could see that those cats want to really play for Vrabel, and that was just good to see. On the other side of it, it was just too much coming at May and them. It was, they put 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, right. And technically they really didn't know who was coming, where they were coming from. And by the time you figure it out, it was over. It was over.
Most definitely.
And the average time I think is between 2.5 and 2.8 seconds before you need to get rid of the ball. Yeah. And the Seahawks, they were just relentless, and it was probably lower than that. It was probably 2.3 yesterday, and that's no one can hang with that. That's tough.
Hey, look, I'm glad that they brought it like that, and I'm glad that they brought it with full-fledged, because I kept seeing, like, what was bothering me was everybody was picking the Patriots, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm sitting there, I was like, why are they putting no respect on what the Seahawks defense is looking like, what Sam Darnold has looked like in the postseason? And I couldn't figure it out, man. And then somebody told me today, actually, it was a coworker of mine, made the comment that was like, did you know that the MAGA people was behind the Patriots? That's the reason why everybody was not feeling the Seahawks like that. So everybody was hoping that it was, I thought that was really weird to me. But I was like, because I don't want to make football and politics, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's been political since Colin Kaepernick. But I couldn't figure out, why was they not putting no respect on the Seahawks defense?
Well, it was suspicious to me also because Vegas only had them as 5 points of winning that game. And to us knowledgeable individuals, when you see a defense like that and you know that defense wins championships, it was really hard for me to recognize I just kept saying to myself, just 5 points? Just 5 points. That didn't make sense to me.
But the fact that they, like I said, I'm watching these pregame shows and everything, and they like, Drake May is going to have the greatest quarterback game that you have seen in years, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, so y'all just automatically just not going to respect, y'all just not going to respect the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks offense has been cooking also. And I was really surprised by that, man. I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, they have to put a twist on it to make sure that everyone is going to watch it. They have to say, because then it becomes more intriguing. Because now I want to see what this cat Drake May is going to do. Because one, all these guys got naysayers. Yeah. He doesn't deserve to be there, this, that, the other. Yeah. And that's a simple-minded approach, but the NFL loves it because it gets people to watch it. Yeah. So 5 points is what it was. 5 points. The kicker alone had 15.
I honestly thought the kicker was going to be the MVP.
I thought it was too, till I looked at Walker's stats, and I was like, oh, they got to give it to him.
See, what I was on the fence, because I was like, okay, but Walker balled, obviously, but he didn't score no touchdown. So I was like, maybe they might give it to Sam Darnold because of the touchdown pass. And then I was sitting back and I was like, okay, so then it's got to go to the kicker, because the kicker got 15 points. Like you said, he had 15. Right. Actually, he had more than that.
Yeah, more than 15, 17.
Yeah. So I was tripping. I was like, all right, so what's going on here? So the Walker.
And the those of us who know also, we remember the Bears' lightning defense. We remember the steel curtain, even as a little young buck. We remember the steel curtain, the purple people eaters, and the orange crush, and then Ray Lewis and them showed up. And the thing that gets me is that defense there, the Legion of Doom, that defense there showed really that they got to be mentioned in that top, that top 5. I mean, seriously.
The dark side, that's what they call themselves, the dark side. Yeah. And they played, them boys, they beat the running backs up, they beat the receivers up, they beat the quarterback up, they beat everybody up.
Right.
I was like, man, come on with it.
And I did feel a little bad, the Patriots, that left side,
the rookies.
The rook side, they really didn't have a true shot, because if you look to the sideline, and then this is the way I watch football, so I watch the whole span of it. Right. So if you look on the sideline, whoever was in as a rush, the play went, he rushed, That next guy was standing there waiting for that whistle to blow, and he flew right out there. So what they were getting, those rookies were getting on that left side was a consistent dose of a Myles Garrett, of a Parson, of Cosby, of the Hutchinson, down after down. They were getting the top 5 that were in the league this year, each down. And therefore, there was no break. And on top of that, there are 3 techniques underneath. You couldn't run.
Couldn't do nothing.
That one dude, I was like, he was getting blocked and he was sacking at the same time. That was so impressive. So therefore, what you have people, the linebackers, once they see that, if you can just blitz 4 people to get to the quarterback, all you got to do is drop to your zone and field your zone. And that's the defense. And it's brilliant.
Them dudes was running through that offensive line. I'm like, whoa. And I was loving it.
That one blitz at number 21 where he was skipping and the wide receiver was pointing he's coming, but at the same time he was pointing he's coming, he really didn't do a quick route. He didn't give Mayer.
He didn't give him a hot read at all.
Like he didn't know what to do. He's like, oh, he coming, he's skipping, and then the ball was snapped, and that was it. He was already on.
It was already on. Yep.
Already on.
Hey, so as we already mentioned, Kenneth Walker got the MVP. Did you think it was justified for him getting the MVP?
Yes, totally. And I really don't think that holding at the end of the game was a holding. He didn't grab the dude.
No,
he just had his shoulder. And I don't know if that's really justifiable to make it a holding. I get it. That guy was trying to fight through it, but he wasn't grabbing him. He wasn't grasping that hand. And so
he wasn't even going to make the tackle.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
And so I would have been hard pressed to call that as that referee there. I would have. I wish they could have looked at it, but his patience, man, he gets it for the patience. And finally, Collinsworth called a good game. I don't know what got into him, but he called a solid game.
Yeah, because Patrick Mahomes wasn't in it. That's why. Patrick Mahomes wasn't in it. Because Patrick Mahomes was in it, nobody would have stood a chance on anything. So Patrick Mahomes wasn't in it. That was the issue.
Yeah, he seemed to have a liking to Patrick Mahomes, but he could not deny them last night. And I think that he called a pretty good game, better than what I've ever heard of before. I mean, it was real. It was real. Good to see, though.
Okay, so here's my thing. Obviously, I'm a Seahawks fan and a Browns fan, but hey, what's up, U.S. Army Overlord? It's about time you done join on my page, man. We're going to talk about some politics stuff later on in the show. I need you to make sure you tap in. I want to tap in. I want to invite you later on in the show. So I don't know where you at time wise, but if you're on the East Coast, man, tap in about 7. We'll say about 7:35. We're gonna probably start getting into the politics part, man, because I want to talk to you about something. Let's see. So Kenneth Walker, man, I'm a big Kenneth Walker fan. I liked him when he was at Michigan State. I just love the way he runs and being a former running backs coach and stuff. I just love the way this dude runs. So when I heard that they was signing him to the Seahawks, I was loving it. But then when they went ahead and they drafted this Charbonnet, I was not happy about that. And then I started noticing that every time this dude runs the ball, he gets him down to the end zone, and then they take him out and they put Charbonnet in. And now, he the one that gets you to the Super Bowl. He gassed the Raiders. He gassed the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He's a free agent this year, and now they talk about they don't know if they're gonna sign him because they want to keep Charbonnet. And I was like, man, stop it.
Well, to his and if y'all don't know, I am a big in the trenches guy, and his patience came with offensive linemen in the trenches, holding their blocks to allow that patience, to allow him to develop. And that was very nice to see in the trenches. Now, as far as Charbonnet, I think the Seahawks will be foolish to let them both go. I think today's football.
Charbonnet's not up, but Kenneth Walker is.
That's why I'm saying this, to keep Walker.
Right.
Because the 1-2 combination, I've seen a couple of games to see the 1-2 combination, and the fact that they seem to like each other too, is impressive. Now you team that up with a veteran quarterback, an outstanding wide receiver, a super tight end. That guy is going to be super here.
Yeah.
And an offensive line. I mean, I ain't even got to the defense. I'm just on the offensive side. You keep that type of talent. That's what you do. You come up with a 4-year yada 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 meals, and you keep them, and then you have the yin and the yang where a defense has no chance. The only downfall I need him to correct, and Walker, is catching out of the backfield. That is so key in today's NFL.
Yes, sir.
He's got to work on that, because that one pass he should have had. That was the only way.
You talking about the one he dropped? It was like a third down pass.
Yeah, because that was the. I mean, a lot of times quarterbacks cannot place it where you want it to be placed. Exactly. A lot of times you have to adjust, and that was the only place Darnold had to throw that ball. You got to catch that, right? Now he starts to be a back catcher. Woo!
Yeah. And he usually pretty good out of the backfield and stuff. So he had his little moment. So I mean, it is what it is. What's up, Davion? It's been a long time, man. And Boston Bruin, I appreciate the saying the congratulations, man. As a Pats fan, I'm glad that you was able to sit back and say congratulations. I like that.
Now, D,
what's up, man?
I was gonna text you, and then you sent me this invite. I want to congratulate you on your victory publicly.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna tell you the most hurtful thing as a Cleveland Browns fan was watching Vrabel on that sideline for the Patriots when they had him here. Now, I don't want to take away from your thunder being a Seahawks and celebrating and throwing ticker tape, but watching Vrabel on the sideline and thinking he was here 2 years ago, walking next to Stefanski, was troubling to me.
Hey, so
highly troubling.
Listen, I got a dude. He's listening to you right now, Desi. I hope you listening to this. We've had this topic on this show. So we had this topic a couple of weeks ago where I kept saying, I kept posting on Facebook, hey, we had Vrabel in the building, and my dude Dez was like, but we don't know if he wanted the job. I said, I don't think the job was ever offered to him. But whoever,
right there.
The thing is like, we had Vrabel. You can bring him to Cleveland. Just so y'all don't know, like, I'm a Cleveland and Seahawks fan. I know I got to reiterate this for everybody. And I'll explain one last time. I ain't going to say one last time because I got to do this shit all the time. Die-hard Browns fan, understand this. However, when the Browns left in 94, 95 time and was gone for 5 years, I became a Seahawks fan. So when the Browns came back, I still kept my love for Seahawks and the Browns. So I need y'all to understand that. That's why if you look at my background, you see Browns and Seahawks. I just want y'all to see there's Browns and there's Seahawks stuff. Hold on. You see the Seahawks stuff. I need y'all to see all of that. So I'm a Browns and Seahawks fan. So just make sure I don't want nobody talking about no bullshit. What's up, Avery? I see you on here, man. That's one of my players. Play at UConn right now.
That's some of the bullshit this team. We had Belichick here. And see, this is where you wake up in the organization and be like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's not have the same thing that happened when Belichick took off happen again with Vrabel here. Like, look at the Patriots were down by 12 points. And they were hustling out of the huddle. That means that that coach they still want to run through the wall for that coach.
Right.
And that is the thing, that he could have been here running there. And this is the part of the Browns that's what hurt watching him on that sideline. And I know others feel the same. Right. I know it, because we're tired of it.
And I understand that, but I'm not even stressing that situation no more, because we're gonna talk about them later. So I got my man Avery Dunn on here. Avery, you better let them know, man. They be trying to talk about I ain't coached Jade and you and all of these other people who, Jade in the NFL, but there were some haters on here before that was talking that craziness weeks ago. I wish you would have jumped on in. Anyways, let's go on to the next topic, man. The next topic I can't understand is people are still hating on Darnold. They keep talking about he could have threw a pick or he could have did this. The game is over with. He is a Super Bowl champion. He went 17-2, 17-3 this year.
Right.
It's like, come on, man. Like, y'all doing all this craziness, and I don't want to hear none of that stuff. What he could have did. Oh, that should have been a pick. It should have been this. It didn't happen. So the shoulda, the woulda, shoulda, couldas. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. I don't want to hear none of it, for real.
Well, go ahead.
He's Super Bowl champion. That's all that matters. Right. He's a Super Bowl champion. He led his team to the Super Bowl.
And regardless if the defense was so solid and they went to him and said, hey, don't lose the game.
Exactly.
Fine. He didn't lose the game.
Exactly.
And it showed his perseverance the dude was with 5. This is his 15. He could have easily shut it down and became a backup for $2.3 million and just been there consulting whatever quarterback, yada, yada, you. He went through the Jets system, good Lord, and then got bounced around. But he never quit on himself.
He went to Carolina, which was another terrible program. When he got to San Fran is when he learned how to play quarterback.
Right. And sometimes, what did I say the last time? It's the maturity.
Yep.
At that position, it has to be allowed. You have to allow for maturity. That's the only way you succeed at quarterback pretty much in the NFL. Yeah, you might get lucky here, there, then. But that QB position, it has to be mature. And like I always will tell these people, listen, there is no more Andrew Lucks. There is no one coming right out of college like, boom, right. I don't see any of them coming out like that.
Nah, but Sam Darnold, him and Baker had to take the traveler's man route to get their confidence back and get into the right area and figure out what it is. But the thing is, man, like after the Super Bowl, when I'm driving to work this morning and I'm listening to Sports Talk Radio on the NFL Network, and they just keep on talking about like he could have did this, he could have did that, but he didn't. He's a Super Bowl champion now, so we ain't gonna keep talking about what he should have, could have did. He went 14-2 with the Vikings. He choked in the playoffs. He went 14-2 for the regular season with the Seahawks, and then in the postseason, he played out of his mind, and he won the Super Bowl. Hey, somebody put on Rams is winning it all next year. I care less about it. We the Super Bowl champs today. That's all that we're talking about right now. The Seahawks are the Super Bowl champs today. So that's all that matters, man. Show the love, get a respect, get a respect. It's like, it's I just don't understand, man. But the one thing I know people ain't talking about is how bad. Let's get into the next topic. How bad Drake May choked. He choked terribly.
I don't think he had. Choking to me is a tough way to put it for him. I just think he didn't have a chance to freaking swallow, to tell you the truth. He had no break in there. And that, later in the game, you guys don't know, I played tight end. And what happens is in a game, you can't get to your wide receivers all the time. You can't get to your running backs all the time. But there's one group that you can get, and that's to the tight end. And I was like, Where is their tight end? Right when I said it, my wife started laughing because then they threw the ball to him. I'm like,
And he
okay.
got his ass walloped by the Cleveland boy. He
Yeah,
got
that's
his
fine.
ass walloped.
That's fine. That is fine. But May didn't have a chance to get to him.
Hey,
at all.
he had
That's
chances.
why I don't think he choked.
He was able to put 2 touchdowns on the board. He had chances.
Yeah, but I don't think he choked though. Choking, that doesn't seem like the right word for me to see that he choked. I just think that it was too much for him. It was.
Yeah, that's how you choke, because it was too much for you. Everybody was talking about you about to be the second coming of Tom Brady. You about to do this. Look, man. So this is what I forgot to tell you about the Sam Darnold thing. The thing that I heard that really pissed me off, I heard a commentator say that they spoke to one of the defenders. They spoke to one of the defenders from the Patriots. And the Patriots said they view Sam Darnold no different than the way they saw C.J. Stroud. Now, I don't know what the hell y'all was talking about, but that shit is mad disrespectful. Mad disrespectful, because C.J. Stroud played like straight ass in the playoffs. And for you to sit back and say you don't view Darnold no different than him, man, stop it.
But isn't that, whoever said that, isn't that the game though? We play the game on the field, and so talking shit really is just that. It's just air.
Yeah, I mean, but you compare Sam Darnold, who been cooking.
Yeah, I know.
To C.J. Stroud, man. C.J. Stroud is on the verge of losing his job.
So here's the thing, though. What did Darnold do to respond to that person?
Oh, they won. That's
there you go. There it is, right there. There it is. Yeah, that's how you quiet. That's how you quiet the room like that. Everybody gonna talk about you. They can talk about you all you want. But what's the dude from Wu-Tang? He's like, say my name, walk it. Inspect the deck. Say my name, walk it. That's it right there. And that's what they did.
That's all you can do.
Right.
What is this? Bo Cal? I think that's what I'm making sure I say that right. Said Tom Brady would have caught hell yesterday. That defense for the Seahawks brought it. It lights out. You know what? I agree with you. I think Brady would have struggled in that one. But I think he would have got the ball out a little bit faster too, though. But he would have been under pressure. He definitely would have been under pressure.
He would have told Gronk. He would have told Gronk, "Hey, as soon as the ball snapped, turn around."
Yeah, basically.
As soon as I'm throwing you the ball, I don't care what they say over there. I'm throwing you the ball. Here it comes.
That's his hot read. He knows how to find his hot read.
Right. So therefore, May's got some maturity. He's only 2 years out of the what's the name? He's only 2 years out.
Listen. I don't
3 years.
Know what stuff you saying. I just know that to me, he choked. You know what I'm saying? Because they had so much expectation. Like, dude, you was 1 vote away from being the NFL MVP. Well,
that was crazy in itself.
You know what I'm saying? So you 1 vote away from being the NFL MVP. So, and this is the performance you put up in the Super Bowl. That wasn't a good look. He was like 23 of 47 or something like that, or something. Him and Darnold's numbers were close together, and they both didn't light it up.
But here's
what he needed to do.
Here's the deal, though. Do you see May growing into that position?
Most definitely.
Okay, then. They'll be back.
Just because I'm saying he choked, I'm not taking nothing away from how good he is. I'm just talking about you choked, and you was 1 vote away from being the NFL MVP. So we're gonna take the kid gloves off and be like, hey, we get it's your second year, but you went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You went to the Super Bowl. And I like what Confident Lady says. She says, I wish folks would realize the current Patriots are a lot different than the Patriots line up with Tom Brady. And that is factual.
That is 100%. 100%. Yes, that is 100% also. Yes, whoever said that is right on. Right on, right on.
Bubba 49, I was telling everybody the same exact thing. Seahawks was going to the Super Bowl. They was quietly sneaking up on people, and people wasn't giving them their respect. I agree with you.
Well,
yeah,
I don't.
Go ahead.
You know, the Seahawks. I go to bed early, man, and a lot of times they was on late. They on the West Coast,
Yeah.
so it's really hard. You know, if you're not a fan of them or you're not I'm gonna stay up watch every game that I can until midnight.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss a few things, but where you catch
I don't miss their games.
Oh no, I know you don't. But what I'm saying, I noticed them in that first playoff game and was like, "Holy smokes! Look the hell out!"
Yeah.
Because if you can't move your three techniques, that big white dude and the other black dude, I can't 99 and 90, I can't think their names.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But if you can't move them, that takes 4 dudes out of the equation.
Well, Leonard Williams by himself. Leonard Williams is a monster by himself.
Monster.
So you talk about him, and then you turn around and then you add Lawrence to that situation. You are the kid from Texas. Number 91, the kid from Texas.
That's him. Yes.
Yeah.
Man. Good luck. Good luck, offenses.
And he came in the draft. He came in the draft the same time May did. So he young. He young. So and they got a squad, man. That dark side gonna be a problem for some time.
It's gonna be some time, and I'm not gonna say I'm not a Seahawks. I'm a football fan.
Right.
Definitely, I'm a Browns fan. But it is good to see when these young dudes come out and they just fiery passion, and I hope they can keep it together. That's the problem with the NFL. You got free agents signing this, that, the other, and you're going to have that. But the thing is, when you have those, who do you bring in after that can keep that same positive energy?
Yeah.
And that's a problem for each team. But it's a problem that needs to get solved.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, so we already know we talked about, the Super Bowl and everything. So let's talk about this controversial part. Hold on. Sam Darnold got a Super Bowl ring before Allen. Hey, talk your shit. Sam Darnold did get a Super Bowl ring before Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar. Man.
And Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
Right.
Yeah, man. Talk your shit, Bubba. I like that one. Yeah. Because I didn't even think about that one. That's a whole new topic. Because then you sit back and think about everything Sam Darnold did, and he just went into the season like, all right, I'm just here to do my thing. He went out there and did his thing, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. I like that one. That got me going right there. I like that. I'm thinking about that. That's so crazy. Good game from a Pats fan. I like all of the Pat fans that's coming in here, man, giving the props.
Well, if you're a real football fan, you've seen it. You've seen it last night. Yeah. It was, but unless you were some crazy Pats fan that said, "Oh, they got cheated," or there was no, dog. You just get your ass kicked. I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line. I mean, one team was more hungry and more knowledgeable than the other. That happens. It happens. My point is the Patriots look good enough to return. I ain't not even talking about the Seahawks. The Patriots look good enough to return to this.
Yeah. Now, Walter, that you actually pointed out something that's really good. He said that was the best officiated game he's seen, and the penalties was really low. I thought it was really well officiated also. Yeah,
they had to break them up that one time, and a ref got tossed. That was kind of funny on the sideline. But I think they really took control of that game and let them play honestly.
Yeah, I like that.
They didn't have any concussion that they had to look at somebody to see if that was a unlawful hit or whatnot, right? I don't think they had any of that.
I don't. This one dude, Chi-Town, says if you take Sam Darnold off the Hawks, they're in last place. I don't know if I agree with that one, but you know. And then
I'm not feeling. I can't go with that one. I can't go with that one because defense wins football games.
All day
that's
long,
it.
all day long.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I agree with that one, but the one thing I don't understand, like we talking about the very beginning, and a couple people made this comment inside the TikTok comments. I don't understand like why everybody keeps talking about how boring the game was. It was a defensive game. And everybody wanted the quarterbacks to be lighting it up. It just didn't happen like that. Sometimes you just got to take what's given to you. But what you saw was one of the best defenses to ever be in the Super Bowl. This is one of the best defenses to ever do it in the Super Bowl. And that's what y'all overlooking. They were almost, if not more dominant than the Ravens defense that did it.
Well, like I said earlier, that's the simple-minded approach. And I'm not calling y'all stupid or anything. It's just that when you watch this game the way we watch this Matrix,
exactly,
we see it differently. We see the binary codes that are going zip, zap, zip up and down. What is going on? If you notice, a field goal, 3 and out. A field goal, 3 and out. Field goal, 3 and out. Yeah, that's going to be boring to a simple individual that wants to see quarterbacks light up 56 to 42 games.
Taking place, the hitting.
But the hitting.
Exactly.
Yeah. You sitting up on your couch going, ooh,
exactly.
Hold on. You feel that. That'll take you back to whenever you played and you got hit in the back and the ear exploded. I mean, that's what's real about it.
Don't play. Whoever this is, Emma, don't play with me. I didn't hear this. She said, per Adam Schefter, Nico Collins is going to sign to the Seahawks. Man, don't play with me. That Nico Collins is Houston's #1 receiver. You talking about putting him with JSN?
Oh,
I gotta really check that one. I gotta see if that's actual.
Well, what is it saying? The rich keep getting richer.
Man, listen.
Think about if you're a free agent right now. Who you like, man, hold on here. Let me see if I can fit over there. Let me see if they got a roster spot. Why?
Nico Collins? Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, man. That's crazy. If you got that with JSN, man, stop it.
Yeah, they back to the West. I mean, that's what happens. Who knows?
All right, man. So let's get into it because this is a controversial topic. Obviously, the halftime shows. So I say shows because we know there's a certain group of people who felt like they could not watch the regular Super Bowl halftime show, so they had Kid Rock do his own version of it.
So these are the same people that wanted separate water fountains, separate segregation school, the people who had redlining, all that bullshit to hold a certain population back. Then they want to show ahead to this crap that you had to pay for to get on.
Yeah.
When you could just watch and sit and here's the thing, maybe freaking learn something.
So it's interesting that you said learn something because before I had a conversation with a friend of mine who apparently caught some heat on social media and asked me my opinion about it. And I guess news stations said they told me don't say nothing. News stations said, what did you think of the halftime show? And they put horrible. Now, apparently caught a lot of backlash for it and then asked my opinion on it. And I said, the reason why you didn't like it is because you didn't really understand what was going on. That's what it all comes down to. You didn't really know what was going on. So it's like if you understood what was going on or educated yourself to what was going on, you might not have made the comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So it was like I'm trying to explain like the things, but the thing that was so funny to me is because a lot of people are under this Trump stuff where Trump has made them believe that Puerto Rico is in Mexico. They don't realize that it's a U.S. territory.
Well, that to this point here is I didn't understand a jackrabbit word that he was saying and was wanting to know if I could have some subtitles to those things.
That would have been dope. That would have been dope.
But I want to learn that. So what did I do? I sat back. Those look like sugar canes. Okay, yeah. Why the sugar cane colonization that happened in the past? See, that's what educated people do. If you don't understand some, go figure that shit. We ain't even got a cart catalog anymore. We can just do it on our phone of what is he talking about. Break it down for you. And then you be like, oh, well, shit, that's about as American can get. This dude went through the trials and tribulations of Puerto Ricans, just like Kendrick did the year before of Black folks. So if we allow ourselves to learn that, then maybe you could put yourself a little bit in his shoes of being disrespected, of being told that ICE was going to be at this goddamn thing, of being educated to learn. When in America is it now ignorant to learn? And it's only because they came up with the word. Well, they didn't come up with the word. Of course, we had the word because we knew the word woke when we were 4 years old from our grandmas.
Right.
But they accommodated, they put that woke word together as if it's something wrong. There is nothing wrong with knowing how to do a proper push-up. Nothing wrong with none of that shit.
All right, so look. So one dude said you wouldn't want to go to a comedy show where nobody spoke English, apparently. But that y'all missed the point, man.
You missed the point if you say that.
We are in a very, very, very bad time where Hispanic people are being targeted. Now, if you don't understand the whole show, just say you didn't understand the whole show. What you don't understand is what he represented is what immigrants bring to this country. They work the jobs in the fields that people want to do. They also sell stuff on street corners and stuff like fruits and all of that other stuff that people don't want to do. They contribute billions of dollars to this country. Not only just people love their foods, they got their own communities where they do their own thing. They stay to themselves, yet people still find a way to take their racist asses to their Mexican restaurants.
Right, or like celebrate Cinco de Mayo. They celebrate. Man, keep your punk ass home.
So it's like, if you just didn't understand it, just say you did not understand it, because the reality is there was a lot of uneducated people who did not know that Puerto Rico is U.S. territory, and the Puerto Rican artist himself was explaining it to you. Yes. So y'all got to sit back and really see, man, like what is going on in this show. But I'm going to tell you something that I saw today, which really made sense to me, was a lot of people who didn't understand. I saw this today. They said a lot of people who did not understand what Bad Bunny was talking about yesterday in the Super Bowl show are the same people who said they couldn't understand Kendrick Lamar in the Super Bowl show last year.
Of course. But here's the thing.
But y'all can understand Kid Rock, though. You couldn't understand. You couldn't understand Kendrick Lamar. You couldn't understand Bad Bunny, but you could understand Kid Rock.
You can't understand how. You can grab yourself by your bootstraps. Well, figure out why people couldn't grab themselves by the bootstraps. Just it's ignorant to not to know. You cannot, and especially if you're over 25, to say, I don't know. It's fine not to know something, but try and figure it out the best you can. And then you'll get in touch with it, be like, okay, that's what, wow, I just learned something today. Even if you learn the word caliente, that's fine. Learn that and just say it.
Hold on, AG. The thing is, like, a lot of people didn't understand. Now, I'm gonna tell you, at the Super Bowl party I was at, there was women who were Hispanic there. They were explaining stuff about, like, some stuff I was able to catch on to, and a lot of stuff I wasn't. But they was explaining, like, when they were climbing the phone poles. People don't seem to understand that was like what they had to do to rebuild their island back, because our president only offered them in aid was paper towels.
Right.
And so they had to get their own electrical back. They had to do everything. So when that hurricane hit, they didn't get no help from us, even though they are us. Like, y'all don't understand that. So it was like they're telling you what they had to do to rebuild their island. And then they took flags and shit. They brought out all of them. And they showing you how all of them contribute to our country. That's what y'all need to understand, man. The big picture. They do jobs that a lot of y'all would not do. So the fact that y'all hating like that, that's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
It is really crazy, and it just shows ignorance to me. I want to learn anything. I have Indian clients. I want to know why their parents look like they floating across the floor when they walk. That's what I want to know. I want to know every language. I want to know the food. I want to know why curry is so tasty in this, that, and the other with coconut milk. I want to know that stuff, because I'm not just out here eating fried chicken and ribs. That's not it. I want to know before the casket closed. I want to know, if I'm speaking in in English, and you say something else, hey, bro, what did you say? Oh, that's cool. That's Russian. Ooh, how about this, man? I want something sexy to tell my wife in Croatian. Tell me that. That's me. And that's being an educated, intelligent individual.
But
what's up? What'd you say?
I don't know. The one dude says, I don't understand his question. It feels offensive to the 1% who serve, feel like we got hated on because of the president. Yeah, y'all do get hated on because ain't none of y'all standing up. So this guy is saying he's in the army, and he said I was in the army, a job people don't want to do. What do you say about the troops? I respect the troops, but I don't respect the troops who decided who gonna fight against the country they're supposed to be serving. I don't respect that. So I'm waiting for somebody to have the balls to say, nah, like a general, sergeant, or whatever is going to sit back and say, nah, we ain't doing that. So,
I don't get his question.
He said, if you can't stand up, we'll lose our jobs. So y'all just gonna fight Americans? Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
To me, at some point in time, somebody got to make some choices, because if y'all all said y'all ain't fighting, what's gonna happen?
Right. I don't understand.
Y'all could literally overthrow the commander in chief. Truth be told.
Right.
But
I don't. Why would you? Right. But why would you? I just come up with the theory. I guess I don't understand hypocrisy, because why would you? That's like me promoting Puffy right now. Why on earth will I go down with you and I know you're wrong? Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense to me. Don, if you were doing wrong, me and you, I got to separate from you.
Exactly.
That's just it. I don't care how much I love you. I don't care how many movies you put me in of yours. I have to separate myself from you if you keep doing vice versa.
Vice versa. Exactly.
Right. So why would you keep doing that?
Yeah.
That's ignorant.
I don't know, man. That one's been crazy to me.
I don't know. I know somebody who's damn. I should not. I know somebody whose damn wife is a school teacher, and yet they still voted for this chump And he said he's taking away money from the education system. How do you do that? See, that's the ignorance we're dealing with.
We got too much that we can go too deep on this. We kind of got off track, but look, we got two topics I want to get into before.
Okay. Sorry.
But look,
sorry.
So let's go to some football stuff real quick. Because we got a heavy topic to really get into, but just real quick, Jim Schwartz resigned. So now what do the Browns do? Do they promote from within, or do they actually look for a coach?
Man, they got me all messed up, man. I'm telling you, I say the best, I guess, do it from within. I mean, the ship is sailed. Truthfully, I think the Browns should sit out next year and just sit down, man, and let the other three teams take over the AFC North. But of course, that's not going to happen. But I say hire with him, man. Don't bring nobody else into this right now. There's problems inside the house.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to bring you inside. If I have my house, I ain't going to bring you inside. It's time for me to look in the mirror. Why are we having this problem? And when you look in the mirror, you be honest to yourself. The problem is your punk ass. Yeah. That's it.
Well, I mean, truth be told, we gotta look like I'm all about. I heard from what I'm hearing, they're interviewing coaches, but the reality is they're gonna hire. They're gonna promote the linebacking coach because he's familiar with the defense. He knows the scheme. He knows the players, and I'm all for that move. I'm good with that
move. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm good with that move.
But it's still a pacifier, if you ask me. And
not necessarily if you know the players and the dude is ready to move up. Not necessarily.
But can you move if the leader of your house is being ignorant?
Who's
the leader? Real hard.
Come on, Andrew Berry?
I'm going even bigger.
What are you talking about?
Haslam.
Haslam just spends the money. He don't know nothing about no goddamn football.
Well, dog, he's proven that. That right there, he's proven.
Boy, he just do whatever, man. I ain't worried about that shit. That dude, he ain't talking about nothing.
But right. he Go ahead. No, I'm good. I'm good. I ain't having it.
So, first off, appreciate you, PDT. That, I take that. He said that, congratulations to you guys. Well played on your part. My Pats didn't come to play. Hey, I mean, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. All right. So this is the heavy topic. I was trying to get Army Overlord to come on with us. I sent him an invite, but he's probably off doing his own thing. This is our serious part of the show, y'all. So if y'all ain't ready for this topic, y'all might want to go ahead and leave now. I hope y'all stay and join in the conversation. But let's have a serious talk, man. Let's have a serious talk about the racist guerrilla post that Donald Trump put out there about the Obamas. What did you think about that when you saw that, AG?
Besides the ignorance that it holds, it puts us. No, you know what? It doesn't put us in a bad predicament. It puts white folks, not even white folks, because there's a difference between white folks and white people. It puts all of them.
Okay.
I'll explain that later in another show. But
okay.
It puts them in a predicament,
right,
that you can't come back from at all. Because for the last 8 years, I've been looking at them, and you know my situation. I've been looking at them with really one eye, like, what's up? Right. Now, both eyes are on them, like, and the fact that they're not saying nothing about it, we had a couple cats come out and say, no, the shit is wrong. And the fact that they tried to cover it up. A
lot of people did. He even woke Tim Scott's sellout ass up. So,
yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Right. But it really puts them in a bad predicament, especially those who have voted for him and thought that he was going to do this, that, the other. When we told him he was not going to do this, that, the other, it puts them in a worse predicament, to whereas so bad that even my equal ass, I don't even want to talk to him. I'm having that much trouble because every time I see one of these cats that I know voted for him, it is really, really tough to work with them. Yeah. It is. And that whole monkey thing, he know what he was doing. He gonna blame it on some staff. Here, I tell you what, you fess up to it. Yeah, I posted it. Yeah, that's the best you could have done. This whole some staffer did it and they'll be reprimanded. Get out of here with that bullshit.
He came out and admitted that he did it. He just claimed that he did. What did he say? He said something about he only thought it was about voter fraud. He didn't look at the whole video.
Whatever, dog. That's lies too. Everyone knows that he's got his finger on everything out there. Come on, dog. That's just ignorant. And people accepting this from the president of the United States and then want me to show up to a game on time and be standing when I don't believe now, I definitely don't believe that flag is standing for all of us. That means the Constitution is bullshit when they say, all men are created equal. Whoa, hold on. No, we're not. So even those words don't mean anything to me right now. It's very hurtful that we have a sitting president that's doing this bullshit. And not only his simple ass, we got ignorant asses who are following this.
The Caroline Levitt thing is the thing that kind of got up under my skin when she came out there and was just like, basically like, get over it. It was a joke type of deal. Get over it. Why are y'all making such a big deal about it?
No, because Miss Uneducated, we've been dealing with this our whole flipping existence. Mm-hmm. They're just monkeys. Look at those monkeys. Look what Nixon said on the phone with Reagan. Yeah. Monkeys. Monkey. You like being called a monkey? No, that shit is hurtful. And push you out here trying to be righteous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very hard. And it's taxing too. It's taxing to us righteous individuals that want to include you in, that want to invite you to the barbecue, but we can't. Yeah. We can't.
I don't know, man. When I saw that shit, I was just like, wow. I literally, because I got too many black people on my Facebook page that are Trump supporters, and they're extremely uneducated about a lot of things. And so when I put my post up, I found it real interesting that they got quiet on it, except for one. One actually tried to send me the video of the Lion King when they show like all of the different races on animals. I was like, whatever, man, because it was a lady who pointed out, if you ever watched the Lion King, there was no gorillas in the Lion King.
Never. No, they didn't do that. No, there was none.
So it was like, all right, so we ain't, we ain't gonna play that game. And, like Confident Lady said, she said, I wasn't surprised. I figured eventually he would show his true hand. He's been showing us his true hand for the longest time. This is part of the whole, I can go outside and unalive somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue. They're still gonna vote for me and let me do whatever it is. So, yeah.
And that's just pure ignorance, and it is, and it's disgusting. That all our lives they've been telling us that, try and be like the president, upstanding, and this, that. What is upstanding about this dude? What part of it is upstanding? And listen,
liar. Liar. You got some questionable things in these files.
Yeah.
You a gaslighter, you a thief, a con artist, like you name it, man. So it's like
he is every part of the Antichrist. Yes, you Christians that follow him, because I'm gonna get on you. I can't stand you at this time, and I'm supposed to love and pray for you, but I don't understand how you support this Antichrist. He's done every one of the 10. All the 10, that if even a non-believer follows the 10, and y'all know what the 10 is, your life will be successful. But no, this cat has done everything on that 10, just the 10. I ain't talking about the whole Bible. I'm talking about those 10. And he's done everything to prove that he does not give a rat's ass about you. Excuse my tongue at this time, but you guys are going down with him. Because one thing that people don't understand, Trump's got one vein in his system, and it's the I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And a lot of these cats ain't got I don't give a fuck. Because there was a question on there, what happens when Trump leaves? What happens when Trump leaves? All these sycophants is going to come out and they're going to say, I was just doing what I was told. No, you were not. You wanted to go along with him, so go along with him. And if that's your casket closing, that's your casket closing.
I told him, I said, I was like, when y'all do understand when this shit come to an end, hopefully in November, when they get the right people in and they can start pushing shit, remember, you good in this time, but when that shit is over with, your words won't be forgotten, your actions won't be forgotten.
None of that. None of that.
Remember, you can't walk none of that shit back. Ain't no apologizing.
Nope.
You showed your true hand. You showed your true hand and you explained to everybody exactly who you are.
Right. It ain't gonna be hour. No, dog. No, you gonna get up in front of that court and you gonna say something. They're gonna be like, here's the tape right here. Here, we got you saying this right here. Yeah, right here.
Definitely.
And what you gonna say? Trump made me say it. Did you know that was wrong? Well, hours. Boom, guilty. That's it.
Yep.
And you're not gonna be no Bible that you're gonna stand behind. Yeah, you might find Jesus again in prison. Yeah. That's where you're going.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Eventually, I gotta ask you a question. I ain't gonna do it online. There's a question I want to ask you.
You always.
There's a question I definitely want to ask you once we get offline, because this is gonna be kind of deep, and maybe we'll have it as a conversation the next time I have you on to have it in front of everybody. But I'm kind of curious about it, so I'm gonna ask you offline. But we at the end of the show, man. So what we got to do is get it off your chest. Seeing how you already going off right now, you want to go ahead and get something up off your chest?
Hey, I think I said enough, man. I've already pounded my table, and I truly want to still believe in people, but it's some people out here that got to prove themselves now. I mean, just like I got to walk when I walk through Chagrin Falls, and all I hear is click, 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 click from the locks after they've already locked their car.
Right.
It's your turn. It is your turn. And listen, here's another thing I want to get off my chest. When 95% of Black women move, your next step is with them. How's that? That's it. That's what you do. When 95% of the most marginalized people on this stolen land, they step, you step with. And while you're stepping, you ask, where we going? And they will let you know. That's what I got to get off my chest.
All right. So what I'm going to get off my chest, I'm going to keep it real short and simple. Before you decide to hate something, research it. Before you decide to hate something, research it.
Research
because
it.
A lot of people's ignorance about the halftime show came because you were just ignorant and uneducated. That's just what it all comes down to. You didn't take the time to learn something different. You chose not to want to learn anything. And in the process of it, you hated it instead of educating yourself to understand it was powerful. It was strong. But just because it was in another language, you instantly shut it off. Educate yourself. Right. All you have to do, educate yourself. Don't just hate everything just because it ain't white. That's just common sense. Don't just hate everything because it's not white.
Or it's different than you.
Attention, there was white people in it. There was Hispanic people in it. So, come on, man. Lady Gaga was in there singing. Lady Gaga loves Bad Bunny. So, just don't be so quick to hate everything, because time has showed you that y'all supposed to hate Black people. Y'all don't even know why. Yet y'all love everything about our culture. You love everything about our culture but our skin color. So think about that. Your upbringing has always told you to hate stuff. And I'll do you one better. And I said this before on the podcast. before black people came over here, white people found ways to hate other white people. They used to call them witches and warlocks and all kinds of stuff, peasants. It's always been something. So just so y'all understand, the hate comes from
fear,
not us.
Right.
And fear, and the fear of something that's different.
Yeah.
And that's why you got all this uneducated foolishness going on. Because you won't take the time to educate yourself.
Right
that's
on.
What I'm saying, to get it off my chest. Quint, you said some funny shit on here. I'm not gonna go back, but you silly, man. So I'm gonna make sure I just point that out. You silly. So that brings us to the end of our show, y'all. Once again, this is Let's Get to the Facts podcast. We do this every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please, you know what I'm saying? Join, subscribe to us on YouTube at Let's Get to the Facts podcast. We love to interact with people. We have a good time on here all the time. We talk sports, we talk entertainment, we talk politics, we talk it all. So, like I said, subscribe to us at Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I want to thank y'all for joining online. I want to thank y'all for joining. AG, my man. Hey, this is my. Go ahead and plug your company, AG.
It's Cinderella.com. No, I'm joking. No, it's AG Elite pf.05@gmail.com. Let me put something together for you in a righteous manner.
He's a personal trainer, y'all. So, and if you ain't never met AG over there, AG is like 6'8". Look like he like rocked up. So I'm just telling you what it is, man. But that brings us to the end of our show, y'all. So once again, Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see y'all next week. All right, we out.
Peace.